Hi guys, welcome to yet again another video. I am back. So happy that you're here. Welcome to Life as Is, because life should be enjoyed exactly how it is. We should really truly cherish every moment of life and wherever we're at as much as we possibly can. So you guys, I wanted to come, let me put some, looking at myself in the camera and I'm like, my lips, yo. Let me see. Okay, let me continue. So basically, just way too lazy to edit. Lazy to edit. But anyway, I just wanted to come up a couple minutes and just share with you guys some things that are important for you to know before you go to Ghana, especially if you go to Ghana with children. So for us, we're going as a family of four. We're taking 2 children and ourselves to Ghana this year, and there's a lot of preparation for it. But you know, it should not be scary because it is an experience of a lifetime, and I recommend it to everybody to travel with their children. So the first thing that you want to do is make a list. Make a list so that you don't forget anything. Make a list way ahead of time, at a minimum a month before you start preparing your bags. Make a list of the things that you guys need, and I'm talking about how many panties for your kids, for yourself, you're going to be taking, how many socks, how many t-shirts, how many tank tops, how many pants, everything, like, because you need to have everything, like outfits for every day, every evening when you go to bed, and a change, and also for going out every day you're away on vacation for yourself or your kids. So I would recommend making a list so that you don't forget ahead of time of even those like things that seem like they're like super self-explanatory. It's so easy to just be forgetting. So I definitely recommend that you make a list. And then as you make a list, you will go through your closet and then you see, okay, so do I have all of these things that I put in the list? If you don't have all of these things, see if you can, you know, if you can, I would say don't go crazy with the shopping. That's basically where I'm trying to get at. Don't go crazy with the shopping, because you know what, even when you're here, you will do laundry, you know, after a week or so. So if you're in Ghana and you find yourself in an area where you can do laundry, you don't need to buy clothes for, like, say you're staying for like 3 months, you know, every single day. No, but I would say, you know, just be comfortable, be prepared, because you might not have quick access to the mall in Ghana. You might, you know, so just bring enough clothes so that you don't have to waste your time buying clothes because you're running out. Maybe you can't get to the laundry, maybe you don't have those kind of things. So make a list, okay, of all the clothes that you're going to be taking with you, especially for important events and for, you know, just change of outfits, for staying at home, for, you know, going out at night if you're going to be going out at night, and so on and so forth, for yourself and for your kids. Another thing is prep ahead of time. All the clothes that you know you're not going to be using here, you know you're going to be using in Ghana, put them in a bag so that you don't have to wait until last minute. Because I tell you, if you're traveling with kids, even preparing your bag a week before, it's a lot. So I would definitely recommend just preparing your things way ahead of time. As soon as you make your list, start preparing your bag. Another thing is make a list of the food items that you know you cannot find in Ghana that would be extremely expensive. Make a list of those things and then start putting them in a bag where you know you would put your snacks and things like that. Especially for when you're traveling with children, there may be food items in Ghana your kids are not so used to, may take a time for them to get used to, and it's best that you start them off slow with things they're already comfortable with and introduce new things slowly, especially for their little tummies. So I would recommend make a list of that, start buying those things and start adding them to your bags. Another thing that I would recommend is make sure you make a list of medications that you know you can live without in case you get a tummy ache, you get a headache, you get a fever, all those things. Make a list of those. Start buying those at least 3 months ahead of the time of you packing. 3 months before packing. Let me be specific. Not when you're packing, not when you're ready to pack, which might be a month prior to your leaving. make a list 3 months before you're ready to pack. And then so you have enough time to buy these items, and then you pack the items. And so that when you're like a week before leaving, all you're doing is literally just getting ready to close your bags. And in case you forgot something, you can just add it. You can just quickly go to the store, grab it, and add it. But don't wait till last minute, especially when you're traveling with children. So make a list of those over-the-counter medications that either would be so expensive to buy in Ghana because they would be obviously imported, just like how it is expensive to buy things here in the States that are imported from Ghana. It's the same story over there. So I would totally recommend you do that ahead of time. Get your list of over-the-counter medications that you should take with you in Ghana. This is not a sponsored video, but I am going to just let you know because that's what's helped me. So I would recommend that you take with you Pepto-Bismol. So that is something to settle your stomach. In case you eat something that doesn't sit so well with you, you have it right there, okay? Medication for headache, whether it's Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever works for you that's over the counter, I would say go ahead, take those with you. Ask your doctor for any type of antibiotics that he can prescribe to you or for your children in case there is a situation where just a regular over-the-counter medication might not work. If you're having diarrhea or a tummy ache, you can take so that you're not having to rely on the health system, a healthcare system that you're not used to, right? So I would say make a list of those things. Make a plan on how you're going to get and buy these things. Go to the pharmacy, go to the doctor and all of that. And then store your luggage with those things. Another thing is if you're traveling with children, is important that you always have with you a list of the medical records, whether they have medical conditions or not. It's important to have a list of their immunizations, anything about them that any healthcare provider needs to know in case or in the event there is a situation where you need to go to the doctor. It's important that you have the list with you. And even if you do have an app with all the information in there, what if the internet doesn't work? What if something happens, a glitch in the system? Just take a form of paper type medical records with you of your children's, of yourself, just in case it's needed. I would recommend that. What else? I would say, okay, so if you're traveling, depending on the age of your children, I would say that if you're traveling with infants, take all of the formula that they're already used to. Don't rely on the formula that it's in a different country, whether it's in Ghana or anywhere else. I would recommend bring the formula that they're used to already with you. Or if they're above the age of 1, bring milk that they're already used to and slowly introduce the milk of the country. Because, you don't want to take a whole bunch of boxes of milk, but, if just to like for the first week or so, I would say let them stick to the regular milk that they're used to and then slowly introduce a new brand so that their tummy can slowly get adjusted if they're above the age of 1 year old. And then take their snacks. I already said it. Take whatever they're used to eating so that it's a slow introduction to new foods. Another thing, obviously, I would say, but I would caution you with this. Don't exaggerate with the pull-ups and the diapers because those are things you can buy in Ghana and they're readily available. So take a couple with you. That would be enough for your flight. That would be enough for first 2 weeks while you're there. But don't take too much that it will really overfill your bag. The same thing with wipes, just take enough, but don't go overboard because if they finish, you'll find some in Ghana as well. What are some other things that I would say you would take with you? Well, we've already talked. Okay, so another thing is mosquito repellent. So mosquito repellent is very important because in Ghana, mosquitoes are everywhere and you don't want to get malaria. Although you will, like I already explained to you in the other video, you should already be taking prophylactic medication to help you prevent getting malaria and your children prevent getting malaria. You still want to have another layer of protection, which is either you take a spray repellent or the cream repellent. So one good cream repellent that I used was on from Amazon. I got it. It's Ultraton. It's non-toxic and you can just put it like lotion right after your lotion on the skin of yourself or your children, and that would help. Honestly, the last time we went to Ghana and we used that, it helped a lot and we didn't get a lot of mosquito bites, but obviously you can't escape all the mosquito bites. So it's not 100%. That's why you try to, take the medicine and then also do the mosquito repellents. Another thing I would recommend about when going to Ghana is getting torch lights, those small ones, because in case you live in a house or in an apartment where the light goes off and you don't have a generator and you need to wait until you get the light back on, you would have some torch lights. Also, piggyback on that, electricity, water, all those things in Ghana are they're present, but they're a bit of a luxury. So when they go out, people are not freaking out, but you might, because you're used to it all the time. But in Ghana, when the light goes off, water goes out, people have ways to manage it. It's not so scary to them, but for you, it might be different. So I recommend you take a little small portable generator with you, where if in the event the light goes out and you need something, like you need your phone charge, you need your computer to do your work, you need to use your little lamp, you will have something to connect it to, that will last you for a couple of hours. So that's another thing that I would definitely recommend to you. And then another thing that I recommend to you is it's like these little, it's almost like a light, it looks like, but it's not. But it's what will do zzz, zzz, zzz to the mosquitoes. So you can put that in a living room or in your room so that you can, get rid of the mosquito. That's like an extra layer for mosquito prevention, especially if you're traveling with children, okay? Another thing I recommend is a small little fridge. The reason why I would say that is if you have, like for instance, if you have antibiotics that are already mixed and need to be refrigerated, or you say for instance you're diabetic and you need medication to be stored in the fridge. If the light goes out, you don't have a generator, what happens? However, if the light goes out, you have a small portable generator with you, you can connect a small fridge, which you can easily find on Amazon. I'll link it down below actually. And you can you can connect that. It's not too much power, so it should work fine with the portable generator. You can put your medications in there. You can put your maybe makeup that cannot melt and things that should not be melting. You can put it in your small little refrigerator and you're good. So yes, these are the things I will recommend. And last but not least, I might be forgetting some things, you guys, because my notes are kind of all over the place. That's why I keep looking up. But last but not least, do not forget to take with you the adapters. The adapters, I need to show it to you. I don't have it with me, but it's an adapter that would, it's like a universal one. So when you go to different countries, like the plug might be different from your plug in the States. So you need something that is universal that you can use to plug your blow dryer, your flat iron, your curling iron, your phone, your computer. You need something like that because you might be in a place where it doesn't have a universal plug and then you need that. But when you do buy that, make sure that I don't know what it's called. It's a technical, like the VAT number or whatever, 210, 110, whatever matches so that your appliance doesn't blow out. You know what I mean? So yeah, those technicalities. But anyway, the main thing is get the adapter, the universal adapter, so that you're good and you're not running into those issues. So those are the main things that I would definitely put in my bag with me. I would not leave these behind because, guys, prevention is better than cure. Your bags will be plenty. 20 bags, you guys, almost 20 bags. But I want to say that most of when the last time we went, we used 75% of the things that we took. So I would recommend you follow this because it's important. And then if you're traveling with kids, I would recommend you get a couple of new toys that they haven't used yet so that you can keep them entertained, especially on your way to Ghana, because on their way coming back, they're already used to the plane, right? So they're okay with the TV or whatever. But on their way going, they might be a little nervous, anxious. So they want little things to get them distracted. I would recommend get them some little toys, not too expensive, maybe 3 different options of things they can play with, books, colors, activities to keep them entertained. Because if you're traveling with kids that are under the age of 3, getting them to be entertained for a flight that's over 10 hours can be a stress in itself. So I recommend that you find every little thing that you could find to keep them entertained, to keep them engaged, so that it can be as stress free as it can possibly be, because already flying for so long is hard. So yes, these are the tips of what you should be taking with you when traveling to Ghana. These tips can actually be used for anyone, but specifically if you're going to Ghana, if you're going to any African country, from the States, from US, from Asia, from whatever. Well, probably in Asia it's the same story, but yes, take all of these things with you. Prepare your bags. Prepare your list 3 months before going. Prepare your bags a month before going, and the week prior, check to make sure everything is in there. And then you should be ready to go. If I forgot something, I'll add it down below or make another video. But for right now, I can't remember anything. If you have any questions, feel free to add them down below. You guys are not really type happy with my videos, but I do see you guys, and I'm super grateful for you guys subscribing and really watching my videos. I do see it in my analytics, and I'm super happy with you guys. But the last thing I really am asking and requesting is for you guys to engage with me a little bit. Let me know what you think about the videos. Let me know if you need anything else that I can provide to you guys. I kind of stepped away from the nursing type of content because, man, I kind of want to be away from that on my YouTube space. I do that every day, all day. I don't want to talk about nursing every time. But if there are any nursing type questions that you're looking for with answers, I'm always available to give you guys answers on that, give you guys guidance on NCLEX Tolerant type of things, or just nursing in general. I'm happy to do that. But for right now, my content and my project is going to be Ghana, because that's my love and that's what I'm exploring. That is where I am planning to be one day in my life. And so this is the process that I'm taking, because guess what? I am being coached by one of the best pioneers who've done it, who've been through it, who's gone through it. And the steps of going to Ghana, you guys, you need to take your time. You can't just, you need to take your time. You need to take your time. You need to do your homework. You need to do everything. Plan it. Plan it well. Plan it well, because you don't want to come back. You want to stay. You want to make impact. You want to impact the country well. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm going back because I can't stand it. I can't handle it. No. When you're going to Africa, you need to know you're going to Africa. You're not going to Italy. You're not going to Spain. You're not going to London. And Africa has been affected by so many things. And so you're not going to find everything easy the way you're going to find it here. But you have the chance. You have the opportunity to make it. So when you get to Ghana, you get to Africa, you see something is not working the way you want it. You see, my African accent is coming. That's your opportunity. That's your chance to do something about it. And if you don't have the chance to do something about it, if you're not ready to do something about it, then let me tell you, quiet. Be quiet. Because if you're not ready to fix it, don't say nothing. Don't complain. Do not complain. You have no right to complain. You can just say, well, I wish this was like this, in a nice way. But don't complain in a bad way. Oh. Let me tell you that right now. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.